In Charlotte Danielson's framework for teaching, component 3C has pacing as an integral part of lesson design and content delivery. An important consideration of pacing in designing and delivering content is to match the information to the way the brain best learns. In order to understand how the brain functions in learning, we're going to talk about the hippocampus. The hippocampus is a small part of the brain located on either side of the base of the brain and is responsible for long-term memories. The word hippocampus comes from the Greek word meaning seahorse, and it's sort of shaped like a seahorse. The hippocampus takes in information quickly, but it also feels quickly. So in order to understand how it works in real learning, imagine that this small cup is the hippocampus of your brain, and this larger cup filled with water is the information or the content being learned. So as information enters the brain, some of that information is taken in and committed to long-term memory. Other information is added to that. And then as the hippocampus begins to fill, information that continues to be processed is wasted. Some of that information overflows and no more can be processed. So as we think about that in teaching aspects, when information continues to be delivered to children after their hippocampus has filled, then much of that information is never mastered and is just considered lost information. So in summary, what we would like for teachers to remember is that as you're designing lessons, that you remember that pacing is a very important part of whether students will actually master the content and whether that will be stored in long-term memory. And in fact, in the accomplished indicator in 3C, the pacing of a lesson is appropriate, providing most students with ample time to learn the content and become intellectually engaged with the content.